Okay, this is slope-intercept form. I just made a copy of my Smartboard notes. It is on your iPad. It is on Schoology if you'd rather do that. It's under the PDF files. So it's there and you could write right on that if you wanted to, but then you have to turn it in to me electronically. Okay, so the number that comes in front of x, it's multiplying x, is called the slope of the line, and b is the y-intercept. Anybody have a job? You're the only one here that has a job? Don't you get paid by the hour? So what's your pay equal to? What's current pay?
$8.
$8 per hour. If you multiply it by the number of hours, you'll find out how much money you make. And if I were to graph that, I could. What happens if you work 0 hours? How much do you make? Keaton? If it works 0 hours, you make $0, right? What if you work 1 hour? How much are you going to make? 8. What if you work 2 hours, Corey? No. Bigger. 2 hours. You work $8 for each hour. You work for 2 hours is how much? 16. That is what they call a linear relationship. I can graph those points. So on a graph, and I don't have much room here, you start at 0 and you go to 8, you go to 16. So I could say, what happens after 40 hours? You could use your graph to make predictions. And there's an infinite number of points that lie in this line. Because what if you work for half an hour? How much are you going to make? $4, right? And in the real world, if you only work for 10 minutes, they're probably not going to pay you. But theoretically, they could. You could do that. Okay, so slope is how steep the line is. And the y-intercept is right here where this point, where this line crosses the y-axis. It's always an ordered pair. The y-intercept is an ordered pair. A slope is a fraction. A fancy word for fraction is ratio. Okay? Might want to write that down so you know it. That's why I gave you the handout. Did you not get one? I got plenty. And I know it's easy to get the numbers mixed up. And there they are. Those are all the y-intercepts. So here's my equation down here. It's really tiny. Y equals 2x plus 3. What are you doing? We haven't even done them. We haven't even done them. What's the slope here? Corey, what's the slope? Yeah. Nope. Of this equation right here, what's the slope? Okay, I think you better take this back. You can't? Nope. The slope is the number in front of x. What number is in front of x? 2. What's the y-intercept? What's the y-intercept? It's 3. I prefer actually write it as an ordered pair because you tend to get that confused with the slope. If you write it as an ordered pair, you're fine. Okay, so slide 2. Ready? Turn the page. Let's fill this out. This should not take us long. I think I might have a worksheet. It says the slope is 2, the y-intercept is 1. So what number goes in front of x? Corey, what did you put for the number in front of x? Or Ryan?
X.
This is the second page. I'm sorry, what? 2. And the y-intercept is 1. Turn the page. So you can try that, and these people can come and put their answers on the board. It should not take you very long. Yeah, that's not a very long worksheet. Just an introduction to slope. So fill that in. And I think we have to do this other pattern before we get to this one. I never know how to play that slope bingo. Yeah, we'll do this. So give it a try. You guys not going to participate? You done? Turn the page. Do the next one. Do the next one. Okay, what goes here? Ready for the next page? I just put these slides separate little things here. So like I said, you can do it on Schoology. It is there. Oh yeah. No, that's wrong.
How's that wrong?
Because it's wrong. Because it's not correct. So let's go through these.
Tell me what's wrong.
What's the slope here?
-4.
I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, I was thinking I was looking at the wrong one. No, sorry. My mistake. What's the slope here? What goes here? 2. And what goes in there? Okay, turn the page. What's the slope here? What goes in there? Not 4. -4. Go ahead and fill it in. Should be easy. And what goes here then, Keaton? This is the y-intercept. I want the y value out of this point. Not negative anything. What's the y coordinate here? 3. I only see 2 numbers. Okay, fill that in. Yes. And make sure everybody got one of these. We may not finish this today. I know we won't. Because we should have done this Friday, but anyway. That was the plan for Friday. How about this one? Example 3. What am I going to put in right here? 1/2 and -2. It'll get harder. Okay, Keaton? Here's the slope of 1/2. Put that right in there. And the -2 right in there. Have that one done? Oh, he's way ahead of me. Good, you should be ahead of me. Are you? You gotta go back one. Oh, he's way ahead of me. Okay, so Lindsay, what do you have here? Andrew, what do you have here? 5 and -. Yeah, let's just quickly do this. What's this one going to be? Adam? What goes here? -3/4, and what's the y-intercept? -7. Oh, this is kind of cool. Actually, I kind of like my other one better, but this works nicely too. What happens when you, and you don't have this on there, but what happens if I change the slope of the line? Let's make it go down. What's happening to my line? Whoops, 0. There is a 1, there is a 2. What does this number do to my line? Makes it what? What's happening to that line? It's getting what? What if I do this? What's happening to my line?
It's like
Oops! Oh, there's a negative. Now it's getting steeper, isn't it? Yeah, this controls how steep it is. And you think about this without the sign, because then you can see how steep it is, but it's in a negative direction. Okay, what is this number going to do, Corey? What if I go +1 here? What's it going to do? What's going to happen to my line? It's going to go up to 1. If I add another one, it's going to go up to 2. What is this doing to my line? It looks like it's shifting it this way, and it isn't. It's just moving it up, or it's moving it down. It's kind of cool if you think about it. Slope is still the same. See, slope is still -2. It just feels like the line's shifting this way. At least that's what it looks like to me. Hmm? Okay. Now we're going to do the next one, which is a little bit harder. Oh. No, wait a minute. I don't think you want to do that stuff. Okay, now. This should be the one we want. Oh. I never closed it. Oops. Yep, that's this one. You guys have any hummingbirds in your yards or anything? See them? Well, I lived in Chanhassen and I had a lot of hummingbirds. Yes. Like, why don't I get these green packets right now before you lose? Maybe you finished it. Put your name on it. Because you guys tend to lose things. Okay. The only letter not appearing in the periodic table is the letter J. Why isn't it sliding? That's kind of cool. So there's letters X's in there. Is there a Z in there? You done with this? Make sure your name is on it. The yellow packet? Where's your yellow packet? Why? We're going to work on it. Did you get this done? No. Get that done. How about you guys? Are you guys done? Okay. And you really should leave your materials with me and then you won't lose them. Okay, hummingbirds cannot walk. I didn't know that. Okay, let me try this. Well, I didn't freeze it that I know of. Does this work? Okay, weird. I don't like to do that. Okay, which line is steeper? We just talked about steepness. Okay, that's working out. Which is steeper between these two? So it's page 2. Now, look at the numbers. For it to be steeper, what's true about this number? How does that compare to 1/2? It's what? Bigger or smaller? Bigger. Okay. Which is steeper? 3 or 1/3? Which is steeper here? Jake? Which is steeper, this first one or the second one? Which is steeper, Corey? Right here. 3 is steeper. 3 is bigger than 1/3. I don't know why that line's there, but we'll get rid of it. Do you think a line with a slope of 5 or 1/5 will be steeper? Which one's bigger? Keaton, what do you think? Which will be steeper? The 5 is going to be steeper. 4 is bigger than 1/4. So the slope tells you the steepness of the graph. Now, what about negatives? Oh, this is going to be tricky. Which one's steeper? You're sliding down hills, and you like to go fast. Which one do you want to go down? I want to go down -2. How does -2 compare to -1/2? It's not bigger. It's what? It's smaller. So with the negatives, The steeper one, yeah, I look at the absolute value, which is just this number without the 2. This negative just means direction. So which one's steeper here? -3 is steeper, right? And it's less than -1/3. But if I just look at the number without the sign, that's a steepness of 3. This is a steepness of 1/3, which clearly the left one's bigger. Okay. Slopes of all the following are the same. How can we match each line with the correct equation? So turn your packet. Keaton, you need to participate. Which one is it going to be? Let me slide this a little bit. One of those is correct. But I want to match it. They all have the same slopes. What's different about them? What's different about these equations? All of this is the same. All of that's the same. What's different? What's different? All of these numbers, the B. So I want to match this. Which one will match with this one? Assuming I can move these. Yeah. What do you think? Lindsay, what do you think? What's the y-intercept here? In fact, let's do it that way. What's the y-intercept here? What's this point as an ordered pair? It's 0. What? No, it's right here at the origin. 0, 0. What's this one, Nadine? What's the name of this point? It's 0, comma, -1. What's true about all the x-coordinates for all of these points? How about this one? What's that ordered pair? Eaton? What's the name of that point? It's 0, comma 1. And what's this ordered pair, Jake? X is 0. What's the y value? What's that say? 2. Okay, now we can match A, B, C, and D. Okay, which one does this one go to? Y equals 1x plus 2. Adam, do you know? Which one does this match with? Which of these graphs? This y-intercept is 1. What does this tell me my y-intercept is? Corey, what does it say? Which one is this going to go with? D, because the y-intercepts are the same. So what about 1x plus 1? Which one's that going to match with? Adam? These are the same numbers. Which one does this match with? You got a 1 in 3 chance. This goes with C, that's right. Okay, Lindsay, what about this one? No, D's already used. This is plus 0. Which one has a 0? We're always looking for the y coordinate. This one right here. Those are the numbers that match. And 0 matches with 0, and -1 matches with -1. So this one goes with this one, and this one, whoops, this one goes with that one. Okay? We will finish this up tomorrow. Put your names on your yellow packets. I'm going to collect them so you don't lose them. And we'll finish these up tomorrow. You got to participate though. It doesn't work for you if you don't. Some of you just like